You're watching my favorite YouTube channel, Black Panther Agents of Wakanda issue number 8. This artwork was wow. I keep saying Ed McGuinness is my favorite artist. I've mentioned Paco Medina. Funny enough, his name is Medina. That's my second favorite artist. And then you got this guy who's slowly creeping up. Look at that stuff. Wow, it just makes you want to keep on reading. It's like he put on all that effort, him and of course Marcio Menyz, all the colorists too, to work on that. But yeah, it's phenomenal. This is good ass stuff. The preamble in this comic was well needed actually after the long break. Speaking of the long break, there's a moment in here where Brew isn't acting like he ate the king egg the same way we saw in X-Men. I'm gonna allow that for now. The big break between comics, I'm not going to be picky. I'm not going to be that person, unless of course it's an Ironheart book, but I'm not going to be that person who says continuity. I get it. Gorilla Man in here said something that pissed me off at the end. I'll bring it back to that. But the whole issue was a Fin Fang Foom issue. We get a history lesson where we learn about the events of Drax, issue 4 and 5, issue 10 and 11. I believe those were the CM Punk issues. Something CM Punk wrote was relevant, was brought back, and still matters. That's awesome. Hey, if you want me to buy Marvel comics and not drop other Marvel comics, stuff like this, which honors past stuff, even brings it up and makes it important to know, will make me feel like, man, I bought the Drax comic book and it wasn't a throwaway title for nothing the way I thought that CM Punk book would be. They also mentioned something about Iron Man issue number 1. That's a comic I did read, though. And here it is. It's Fin Fang Foom appearing, and the mech, or the Fin Fang Foom Buster, is what Iron Man used to bust Fin Fang Foom. So, again, man, you make old comics relevant, that's always going to be a win for me. Let me know my money's not going nowhere, or else I'll drop a comic. So, whoop-de-doo. The Fin Fang Foom stuff, this is what happened, okay? He divided himself into 3. Rage, guilt, and selfishness. And selfishness, I was correct. And laid an egg, and that's why he's so tiny right now. He came to Avengers Mountain, they locked him up, and that's where we are. I'll accept it. Yeah, he laid an egg, it's dragons, why not? There's no reason for me to say, like, oh, that can't happen because dragons don't do it, so easy to accept. Now, Khazar dives deep into the water, picks up a naval mine, because this comic book happens within Marvel, and if the Namor and the deep sea defenders attacked, they would need these defensive measures, and so Tony Stark put those little bombs there. He's going to use it against the dragons, and it's not much very effective, but still, the fact that he did it is good. The fact that this was drawn was good. All I need is Fat Cobra to do one of those punches once a comic, and I'm good. I'm satisfied. I got my Fat Cobra take in. This wasn't really a Fat Cobra book. This was a Brew book, and this was a Fin Fang Foom book. And Okoye had her moments to shine. I did like, though, within the limited time that American Eagle was in here, they're like, hey, do you see that over there far off into the distance? He goes, yeah, not all of us have Eagle enhanced eyesight, buddy. That's what what's his name just said. What's his name? This guy. Khazar said it. My point is that felt like a teaching moment, but it didn't feel like I was in school being taught, like, with a meter stick slamming against my desk. This was an educational moment that slick fit into the story. It was organic, is what I'm trying to get at. Dan Slott did that with his Empire Fantastic Four earlier. Al Ewing did it with his Avengers, teaching about the Kree Skrull history. And this was just like that. I gotta give Jim Zub, the teacher, some credit when he did that. So they went and they attacked. We wondered whether or not Fin Fang Foom could combine. He was able to combine, and as soon as he did, boom, top of the food chain. He forgot everything. Power means you're the top dog, and he was just ready to be the evil bad guy all over again. Like, what happened? Thankfully, Brew had a relationship prior to that. Spoke to him thanks to the Hungin, the crow. This is a Marvel comic. This is like every book that's happening except for the X-Men where Brew becomes the king and gets the king egg. But it feels like every book that's happening is happening within the pages of this comic, and that's what I want from my writers, to read other comics, or at least my editors, to keep people in the know. Let me give the editor credit, since I always trash editors. The editor of this comic is named Sarah Brunstad and Will Moss. Those are the two editors here. I appreciate the work that was done by these editors. So Fin Fang Foom is going to become Fin Fang Foom. And when Okoye does show up, this is the part that pissed me off with Gorilla Man, Ken. They were willing to take the truce, Okoye was. And Ken was like, no, you think you can just get away with it? Sometimes you take the truce. The point of, let's say, jail, correctional facilities, it's in the name, correctional facility. Like, I'm not fixated on the punishment. I'd rather be forward thinking the way Okoye was and be like, yeah, the truce will mean possibly in the future we might be able to work together, possibly one less villain to worry about, possibly one more good guy to be on our team to fight the villains. She's thinking in the future. But Ken, Gorilla Man, is complaining, saying, well, nah, like he didn't want to just let him go. His exact words, let me quote him correctly. He goes, you and your happy flappy gang trashed our headquarters. He was ready to scream at the guy, and then that's when Okoye stepped in and said, nah, none of that. That's my take on that. I feel like there's a time for accountability. There's also a time for forgiveness. And let me cross-examine myself, and let me use an example. The cops who killed George Floyd, I would not say that for them. I wouldn't be like, well, we'll let them go as long as the next time. No, I think what they did was so bad that accountability needs to be held and laws need to be changed at the same time. Both things. So in some cases, I guess my argument stands, and in other cases, I do need accountability. Well, it's not the same case exactly. I just wanted to cross-examine myself because I like to voice multiple opinions on this channel, and that's why your comments are welcome. I have never disabled a commenter except for spammers who are just typing things over and over again, or, hey, will you be my friend? Subscribe, like those people. I've gotten rid of them, but I've never been like, I disagree. Bye. That's not me. BP Agents W, Shellmonger, subscribe to the channel there. Watch some of my other videos. I reviewed issue number 7 of BP Agents of W, so you can check that one out too if you need a refresher. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. What good is it now? Okay, bye.